Bare minimum things that men should be doing anyway. Going all out for like Valentine's Day, your birthday, Christmas, etc. Of course he's going to buy you flowers on Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. What's really impressive is if he can make you feel so loved that you feel like it's Valentine's Day every single day. Being supportive. I don't give a if you want to go to the moon. As your man, he should be so supportive that he's like, baby, you want to go to the moon? Let's write this blueprint. Let's see how you can get to the moon, baby. I believe in you regardless. Even if he doesn't see the vision himself, being supportive should be the bare minimum. Communicate how he's feeling. Grown adults communicate their feelings. Communicating your feelings is bare minimum. And if he communicates his feelings, that is the least that he can do, because that's what adults do.
All right, this young queen is telling all the other queens out there what a man's bare minimum should be. Talk about the blind leading the blind. Let's see her points. General point 1, going all out on special occasions. This sounds awesome and obvious. Now, let me ask all of you ladies, how do all of you go all out for men on those days? Oh, let me guess. You reward him with access to your taco.
That was the plan. Not a great plan.
How many women plan out a special date? How many spend their money on the average guy? How many women do anything different on that day other than dressing up and demanding to be wined and dined?
Whatever.
General point 2, being supportive. Her example of that is him planning and basically doing everything she wants him to provide her. This is a lot of gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh, that's right. She will reward him with access to her taco. General point 3, communicate how he feels. Ladies, how exactly is a man supposed to do that, knowing you all can't really handle the truth? You will label anything you don't agree with as misogyny and cut off the one thing you offer. Isn't it funny how a man's required minimum is usually above a woman's willing maximum? And for the ladies who think what I just said is a lie, okay, how many of you are willing to continuously date a man who insists on the equality of splitting the bill 50-50?
No, how dare you? How dare you? No, how dare you?
That's what I thought. Moving on.
Honey, sometimes I feel like being in the U.S., we're living in the upside down. Because my senior year of high school, I went to Morocco for about 3 weeks, and I was pretty sure after those 3 weeks that I was going to marry a Moroccan man, and I was not even going to come back to the U.S. Like, I specifically remember going up and talking to one of my homeboys, and like he was sitting in a circle with like a bunch of other like Moroccan guys, and they were all talking or whatever. And I was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And they all looked at me and were like, do you want to sit down? Do you want a seat? Literally every single one of them stood up and offered me their seat. And me being an American girl, I was like, oh, no, it's cool. I just wanted to talk to them for a second. They were like, no, like, sit down. Like, what are you doing? Why are you standing up? And then we ended up going out to lunch, and my uncultured self ordered shrimp and didn't realize it was coming with the whole eyes and legs and everything else attached to it, and was like, oh my God. And I was a little freaked out. And he literally hand peeled all of my shrimp and like made me like my own little plate and was like, eat, here you go. And literally whenever like one or two of them have come over here to the US to come visit me and come kick it or whatever, literally every single time, like they never allowed me to pay for anything. Like flabbergasted, jaw dropped whenever I tried to pay for myself. Like they literally would not allow it. And like, you don't even got to be their girlfriend or their wife or anything. Even if you're just a homegirl, y'all are just kicking it, like everything's copacetic, I don't have feelings for each other. Like they're still going to take care of you and make sure like everything's cool for you.
Fam, it's not like high earning US/Western queens haven't tried going overseas to get a husband because US/Western men don't know how to act right. Here is a reality check for you young queens. The reason the passport spouse hunting works far better for Western men than it does for Western women is because foreign traditional submissive women have little issues submitting to the Western men who provide for them. On the other hand, Western women go out there with their boss babe, masculine energy, I am equal to a man attitude that eventually comes out, and traditional men of other countries are not going to put up with it long term anyway. Think about it, my Western gender equality queens. Why should these men who live in traditional, non-Western, women can do the same, a man can do culture, treat you any different from the women in their own culture? Do you see men flying in from those traditional countries in droves to the US or other Western countries saying, oh, I want a modern Western woman who is my equal so I can handle her? Also, let's not act like we haven't seen on some reality shows Western women failing to adapt to living in in other countries, expecting the local culture to adapt to her. This isn't a salad bar where you queens pick and choose what you want. That's not to say some of these men don't put up with shenanigans, marry a few Western queens, and then break away once they have achieved citizenship in a Western country. It also happens to men, but as the passport bros have learned, they don't bring those women back to the West. On the other hand, you passport queens tend to miss your iced lattes and first world creature comforts too much to stay in lesser developed countries. What can I say for you I deserve queens? If there isn't a Starbucks, it's going to suck.
Squeeze me? Oh, no, you dick.
Moving on.
I'm gonna rant here about things that I don't like that guys do. This may be a long one. When they want to go out with you and they ask you, where do you want to go? You want to go out with me? Figure it out. It's simple. When they ruin surprises. If you wanted to surprise me with flowers, you could have kept that a secret. Just saying. Simple secret. Surprise me. Why would you tell me? I want to be surprised. When they take so long to reply, I'm just asking for you to have a conversation with me and answer quick. Is that too much to ask for? Because I don't think so. When they can't take a simple joke. For example, I'm just playing around with you. Oh, you're a freaking bitch. And they're like, oh, like, you called me a bitch. Like, I'm mad at you. Like, you can't take a joke. It was a simple joke.
You want to go out with me? Figure it out? Boom! What more proof do you young men need that women want to be led? I know my pink-haired viewers will argue I read too much into that, but honestly, did I though? And most men only ruin surprises when the woman is insistent on knowing what it is. Then they complain about spoilers. Demanding a guy to reply quickly is too much to ask for. What queens, does everyone revolve around your schedule? Also, the example this queen used as a joke was obtusely confusing. Before any of my female viewers try to defend her comments as coming from youth and ignorance, let me point out that there is a fair share of post-wall queens who posted videos saying very similar things. Just ask my male viewers in the comments of how accurate that statement is. That is, of course, if you actually consider the possibility that a man calling out a woman's self-promoted attention-seeking doesn't always come from a place of misogyny.
When they talk so much about themselves, like, I get it, like, yes, like, you get it, but, like, can I talk about me now? And then, when they're talking about themselves, they're done. They don't even ask about you. Like, am I just not important? Yeah, that's what I thought. When they talk about their ex, oh my god, don't even get me started. Like, you can talk about your ex, like, don't get me wrong, like, I want to know, like, well, I don't want to know, but, like, I want to know your past experience, you know? But, like, when they tell you the whole thing, like, one time this guy told me, like, about their whole experience, like, about a like thing, and, like, they were kissing and stuff, like, do you think your future girlfriend wants to know about that? Because I clearly didn't want to know all the things that they did, because I don't want to know what you did with your ex. Like, do you have to tell me every detail? No. Okay, that's what I thought.
They don't ask about you. This is a conversational flaw that most women make, and instead of taking accountability for it, they just blame men. Ladies, before your heads explode from unfiltered hormonal rage, let me explain. Women love to ask each other questions of the smallest, simplest thing. I mean, 3 women can have a 2-hour conversation about oatmeal. Men, for the most part, talk about an interesting topic 20 minutes tops. And they don't wait to be asked the question. They will bring it up. Ladies, why don't you try just talking about yourself, and maybe you will be shocked he will actually listen. Now, I do say this young queen is absolutely right about giving way too many details of your past experience with your ex. That is, for the most part, a recipe for disaster, apart from showing a form of immaturity. Don't get me wrong, as I am clear some relationships are strong enough to survive a conversation of that level, but I think to caution against it is most wise.
when they don't take accountability and make you seem like the bad guy. Like, oh, you did that. Like, it's always you. Like, look at yourself. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Like, that's all I'm saying. Just look at your actions. Look at yourself, because it's clearly not just me. It takes two. This is the last one because I don't want to make the video too long. But it is when they're so full of themselves. Like, yeah, I'm the like, I pull anyone, I could get anything. Like, no, you're not. Like, if you really think like that, like, you're really not. Like, I'm being so for real. I'm being so.
Men don't take accountability and always make women look like the bad guy. Oh, the pot is calling the kettle black on this one. By the way, for context of you offendees who love to claim that saying is colorist, maybe you should educate yourselves, as that saying originates in the Spanish novel Don Quixote, or Don Quixote. As I was saying, women came up with the blame him and don't take accountability relationship strategy. Now, women are upset for getting a taste of their own medicine. And lastly, a man on an ego trip. Wow, imagine dating someone who thinks their SMV is far higher than what it really is and makes it their job to let you know they are doing you a favor by dating you, so you must do better. Oh, wait! I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.